I don't know what you're talking about. There's no cover photo. What's up, everybody?
Hello, Badger Nation.
So we decided to do an impromptu live on YouTube tonight because we've been live every night on Facebook and we've kind of ignored you guys. So we thought we would come on here and give you guys an update on VAMM21, which is where we just came back from.
Which stands for
Virginia Moto Meetup
2021. In Virginia, Tazewell to be specific, and that is where we left for last Tuesday.
No, it was Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Last
Wednesday
We left
morning.
Last Wednesday.
Bright and early.
What a week.
Wednesday morning for a 2-day trip to get to Virginia.
So the first day we stopped in Columbus, Georgia, hung out with the Harley Tech, his family. It was great to see them. Stayed pretty dry till we were hanging out with him and his family, and then we got just.
And then it poured. Hey,
look, it's Ty from
Tennessee.
Tennessee. I just washed his shirt and hung it up.
And you know what? I get to say I met you in person, and it's awesome.
It was great meeting you and your lovely bride.
Yes. Sweet.
It was fantastic. Fantastic meeting everybody. And then we left Columbus, Georgia the next day, and we went to
Virginia.
Tazewell, Virginia.
But we picked up a rider. Yes.
We did. So the other John, you guys have probably seen him in John Maxwell's videos. Everybody refers to him as the other John.
The other John. John T. Price on Instagram.
Yes. So he joined us from Columbus to Tazewell. So it was great having him along. He was a ton of fun. Of course, for those that didn't know, this was Desi's first multi-state big ride. So she did knock out about 2,100 miles
Total of
over the past week. And some pretty epic rides in that, which we'll get to here in a little bit.
Tell you all about it, what she's done. What a lot of people have never done. She's done now.
So the second day we hit Tazewell, it was pretty nice that day. And then when we got into Tazewell, it started to get like a little rainy and all right. And then
we still beat the rain.
We did. And then day 3, oh yeah, that was the day that we went like right up a corridor. So it was raining on either side of us, and we basically shot the gap. We did good.
Yeah, you did good, honey. You navigated us well. But John was with us, and so he's very understanding of new rider on the road, taking our time, and you did awesome.
And we took back roads, guys. So we didn't take highways at all. We stayed on the back roads, which always makes the riding better. And you just get to see so much more out in the country. And Desi's like, this is really pretty. And I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't see any of this from the highway. So you don't see the country from the interstates. You see it from all the other roads that wind through the country. So get off them highways and interstates and go ride.
So the event itself. So
Day 3 was the event.
Mr. G 1965 and Blue Bike and Doyle.
Blue Hog and Doyle.
Plus, yep.
Go look him up and ask him about Blue Hog and Doyle.
They were the ones that came up with the idea and reached out to Clinch Mountain Motorworks, right? Clinch Mountain Motorworks.
Something like that.
In Tazewell.
People were calling it Cinch and Clinch. And so, but it was Clinch Mountain Motorworks. And they were great hosts.
So Maurice is on here, and so is 9 Mills. Hey, guys.
What's up, guys? How are you tonight?
So thank you guys for putting on that event, allowing us to all come together to meet each other in person, because so many of you, we've talked and chatted online, and we've been watching you guys and supporting your channels, and then to actually meet you guys in person was...
I will say, though, it's pretty cool because when you meet them, you already kind of know them.
Yeah, you feel like
so you feel like you're like, oh, I remember this and this, and I saw this, and so you instantly have something to talk about, right? Because you've already kind of followed their life.
Right.
So that was that's like the really cool part. So everybody knew, Desi was a new rider. She was kind of, in my opinion, was kind of the star of the weekend. Everybody was talking about the 18-year-old that rode the V-Rod.
Who was it said? Was it Ty or was it Toby that said everybody was talking about you behind your back?
Yeah.
You just didn't know it.
So yeah, the 18-year-old girl that rode the V-Rod cross country to the VAMM21 was a big talk.
So when we got there, was it rainy? Yes, because I remember everybody saying, there are rain pants. I'm like, I know. I didn't want to put them on, but
Rain pants, yeah.
Yeah, so we took the rain gear on and off a lot. The next day, day 3, we went for a ride, a guided ride. We rode the back of the tail of the dragon.
yeah, we didn't officially do
Back
the
of
whole
the tail of the dragon. I thought it was just back of the dragon.
Oh, that's right.
See, you're giving me crap. You gave me crap the entire
Angie
time.
wore me out with that. That's all I've heard, back of the tail of the dragon. So then all of a sudden, now I'm saying it. So you wore off. The back of the dragon. So we rode part of that, and then other really windy roads to get to Saltville.
Yeah, just to the museum that we never went in because we wanted to talk
We
with
were all
everybody.
hanging outside talking. So the back of the dragon, if you guys know anything about it, it's like the tail of the dragon, really windy. And this one rode it in the rain. So not only was she a new rider, but she rode the back of the dragon in the rain on her V-Rod. So that's pretty bad.
And as Ty points out, she's a badass. Oops, language. And she was.
The west coast of Canada have been watching and following your channel for just a couple weeks now. Good stuff. VAM21 looked like a good time.
So thanks for following us.
Yes, thanks so much. You're going to see a lot of videos of Desi hopefully soon. So we've got videos from the entire weekend, and just kind of getting, I had it set up where we all 3 could talk to each other. So you guys will get to hear a first timer riding thoughts as she's riding. So that should be pretty cool, I would think.
Which there was a lot of funny things said.
So we have a lot of people ask us, my kid just is scared, or my kid doesn't want to ride, and so we're like, send them to our channel. On our channel, we're going to have a specific new rider Desi playlist, so that people can follow along with how she felt and what was going on with her and the whole 9 yards. So that is the plan anyway. Sinister Clutch is here. What's up? We met him. It was great to meet you, man. So anyway.
The rest of that day, what did we do with that night?
We got rained on. So we all got on our bikes, and it literally poured as we rode a mile to stop and eat at this little place, and then it stopped raining. And then the rest of the way back was dry.
Yeah.
So the ride back was pretty dry.
We were going to go with Wind Road to her campsite, but then when we were at the grocery store to help her buy extra groceries for us.
Yes.
And she sent a picture of her front door on her RV, the rug underwater. We're like,
And she had gravel. It was gravel.
Well, and the
Gravel
truth of the matter is
right?
the road was gravel. It was flooded. And Desi's like, I'm out. Now, she has been game for everything this weekend. So for her to say, you know what, I don't think so, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we ended up going back to the hotel.
Which would suck because I know Randy and Ozark's
I know, right?
and Brenda were there, and so we badly wanted to go and
we
hang with
missed
you
out on the
guys.
food. It was good.
Yeah.
I bet it was. Don't tell us. Was that the night we ate pizza?
Yes.
Yeah, so we ate pizza in
that we
the
had
lobby
delivered to the hotel.
of the hotel. But Toby Northern and Kylie had made it. So
Yes.
they came down and hung out with us while we ate pizza.
So we did get to talk with them and chat with them. So,
Yes, even Sinister Clutch said flooded gravel sucked. So it really
Yeah.
sucked for you.
yeah.
So I'm glad, as much as we missed it, I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah.
As
Thank you
well.
guys for being understanding. I know Wind Road was asking you guys, what do you guys think?
know that
Should we drive or not? So
Yeah.
I'm glad we chose not to, because then there would just been more rain and riding to get back to the hotel, since we were like 20 minutes out
Right.
from Tazewell. So, and cold, and yeah. So I think we made a good decision.
It worked out good. And then we got to hang out with Toby Northern and his
And Kylie.
lovely
Yeah.
bride. So that was a great time.
Yeah.
So the next day we got up and
It was actually the best day we ever had with weather-wise. and we ended up just hanging out with people for the whole day.
Oh yeah, so the day we could have done the most riding, we literally did no riding.
It was still rainy in the morning because we were still trying to decide.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were, I remember sitting under there getting rained on, deciding on what we were going to do. It was the afternoon, if you guys remember. We went to,
Yes, it cleared up. We went to the front porch
not the back porch, but the front porch.
and hung out there. The beard showed up, so it was great to meet him. Key Fob Bob was there. iPhone Tim was there.
So we
Maybe
gave
the
new
machine was
nicknames
there.
to Tim
Windrow
and
Therapy
Doug.
was there. So Key Fob Bob, how he got his name. So he
Do you
was.
guys remember, for those of you who were there, the person that lost their key fob to their bike?
Yes, he was putting on his rain gear and the key fob flew out of his pocket. And we searched and searched and searched. I mean, everybody was out there with like magnets and stuff, searching this little like grassy area for his key fob and couldn't find it. We're just getting ready to leave the prior day, the day we were going to do the back of the dragon. And I mean, we're literally getting ready to pull out and he finds his keys like
Dang.
right by his bike in the grass. I mean, we probably looked at it 50 times.
Yeah. And so his name is Doug,
Yes.
and he's good friends with Amanda and Tim Huffman, or Mandy the Machine.
Yes.
But now Sonny has nicknamed him
He will forever be Key Fob Bob.
Key Fob Bob.
And then
And thank you, Doug, if you're watching this, which I know he will. The challenge coins.
he didn't give me a single challenge coin, but he gave
I
me a
mean,
whole bunch of
poker
poker
chips.
chips.
I mean, you got challenge coins on the brain because of the poker.
Yeah,
world,
check
the
this
poker
out.
one.
I'll be back.
So a whole
What?
bag full of poker chips that Sonny can now put on the chandelier.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down and drill all those holes in and get that chandelier started, which I'm so anxious for him to do. And so he's grabbing those so he can show you guys. And they said it was every single one of them there in every dealership.
Check this out, guys. An entire bag of poker chips he delivered to me because he knew I was building my chandelier.
And I think it's all but one Harley.
One Harley dealership wasn't in there.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's super cool. So thank you. And then Tim.
Yes, Tim, who is Mandy the Machine's hubby, he lost his iPhone on the way there, and it got ran over by a car.
Or a truck.
I mean,
or
he still
three
has
or
it.
four.
Right.
The alarm
It's-
works.
and you can't read it, but it still beeps and dings that he's getting messages and stuff. So I have dubbed him iPhone Tim.
iPhone Tim.
So we have Key Fob Bob and iPhone Tim. American Bikers. Hey Badgers, what's up?
Hello.
What's up,
Hello.
American Bikers? So and then just all the people we got to meet. Holy moly, we met a lot of people.
Well, so that day we were, who were we with? Of course, those three, John. Then we had Wind Road and Patrick with Moto Ramblings.
John T. Price,
And then Bert showed up. Robbie, is it Robbie?
Bert's wife showed up too.
Yes.
Bert's wife came rolling in
And
because everybody's like, look for him, he'll be
Yeah.
2 up. And she come rolling in on her own
she
bike.
was on her own.
So that was awesome.
Is it Robbie? I think I got his name wrong now.
American
But
Bikers said,
he was following
Little
along with
Badger
us.
need more seat time.
I've got 2,000 miles.
And she
under my
just knocked
belt.
out 2,000 miles. And you haven't even heard the different things that she
Gone through.
gone through.
No.
Yeah, the Texas Moto meetup is this weekend.
I know.
We were
We
like,
thought
should we
about it.
shoot
I
over
said,
to
should
him?
we just skip going to Florida and head to Texas? We just, if it weren't for the poker run in 6 weeks, we'd be there. But
Yeah.
so with the poker run in 6 weeks, we just have way too much stuff to do. I've got bike oil changes to do and tire and
Yes, I need a new
tune-ups.
tire. When John Maxwell looked at mine and said, "Why is she on that bare tire?" He's like, "She'd be fine." I made
the
it.
American Bikers was making fun of you. He said, I knew that would
see
get a
that.
rise. So yeah, you'll have to hear all the things that she did. You guys will definitely have to watch the videos too of
Oh, yeah.
her riding. So yes, and then we went down to the back of the Dragon, which is like a little bar, and they have memorabilia. John bought Desi her
A
Back
shirt,
of the
yeah.
Dragon shirt.
Yes.
So thank you so much for that, John.
Yes.
And then Angie got her Back of the Dragon shirt, and I got me one.
You got you.
But we went there and just hung out with everybody. So Ozarks HD was there, Sinister Clutch was there. We got a picture somewhere of everybody that
Yep.
was there.
My support bikers crew.
Yeah, the
That was
support
so cool
bikers
to
crew
have
was there.
everybody that's part of our
Um,
crew there.
Wow,
Not
there's
everybody,
so
but-
many people.
There was so many people.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
If we didn't mention you, it wasn't that you weren't important. It's just that we forgot.
We're still tired. I feel like we're all still lagging.
So we ended yesterday with a 600-mile ride. So we got home at like 9 o'clock last night.
Yes.
There's a reason why we look like hell froze over. Okay, so then we went to Cuz's.
Twice.
Well, but this is the last night. So
This is
we kind of took Cuz's over.
Yeah,
So we knew a group of them were going. So our group said, you know what, we're
we're
going
gonna
too.
go too. It was
So
good
they
food.
had this little silo, like it's an old barn, and in this silo was just a silo packed full of motovloggers. There was probably more cameras in that room than you would ever imagine. And then we sat outside, and there was 12 of us, 12 or 14 of us.
14, yes,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So there was a group of 14 in the restaurant, and then there was probably 20 in that little room.
Probably.
Just
They
in
had
this
about
little
the same
room.
amount, 13, 14. Yeah. So yes.
So the
Tyson
food
thinks
was
it's pretty
good. The food was good. The company was great. Yeah, Dan, I got you, buddy. Birds of Love. That's all I
Birds of
got to
Love.
say. If you guys have not watched Dan's video, Birds of Love,
Yes.
I've watched
go
about
check out.
30 seconds of it today, but I'm going to watch the rest of it.
But in the first 30 seconds,
the
he was
first
laughing
30
his ass off.
It was great. Ty said they went one night too. We went twice. So we went the very first night we
Because
got
the
there.
hotel said
Because
they
we're like, where do we
recommended it.
go? And the hotel's like, so that's the other thing that is still everywhere, right? We took this ride and you can't go to McDonald's. Like we stopped to try to grab some
Yeah,
food and
know.
you can't walk through the drive-through. They
Nope,
wouldn't let us.
we tried.
We
didn't
can't go in the
Yeah.
lobby and get food. So many of these places are still just, they don't have any staffing except for drive-through.
People need to go back to work.
Right. So, I mean, we literally couldn't eat at these places. So that happened to us yesterday on the way home.
Yes.
We went to Dairy Queen, they were closed. We went to McDonald's, they were closed, and ended up at Subway, and they happened to be open.
Mhm.
So that's the challenge, guys, as you're traveling. If you're planning on just grabbing a quick bite at a fast food place,
It's not called
Good
Beware. Yeah, exactly.
but we went there twice. It was good both times.
Yeah.
Got a good picture of everybody.
Outside.
And then the next day we peeled out. So we had breakfast with Toby and Kylie
And
and
Ty.
Ty and his bride. And then we headed out. So we were going to head home. It was 2 days home,
Yeah.
but we decided
Change
to
of
take
plans.
a slight detour. So we asked Baby Badger if she was up to ride the Tail of the Dragon. She was.
Yay.
So,
But we didn't want to just do the tail.
so on the way to the tail, we rode the Rattler.
Yeah.
We stopped in, what city was that? Hot Springs.
Yeah.
We stopped in Hot Springs, had lunch.
Springs.
Um,
That's is that considered the beginning?
Yeah, that's like
No,
right
that's
before.
the end. Everybody
Is it
starts at the mill, the general store, and then they go down and they end in Hot Springs.
Okay, that makes sense.
So we went the opposite
Opposite.
direction.
I don't know though, when that sign, when you pull up to it, the one side
Yeah.
says you just rode it.
But I think I was reading somewhere or something that said start up there.
It starts where
It
we
doesn't matter.
started at.
Yeah.
So it started in
Somewhere.
Hot Springs. Anyway,
Yes.
so we had a great lunch in Hot Springs. We sat right on the river.
Yep.
So the
Yep.
river was running. We were sitting at the bar overlooking the river. We didn't really have like meals. We had chicken strips,
Appetizers.
chicken strips,
Nachos.
good bar
and
food.
breaded mushrooms and nachos.
Yeah.
And then we headed off. So the
So-
bad part of that day was we were originally planned on going to Wheels Through Time.
Yeah.
We ran out of time. So no wheels because we were out of time.
Yes. But we got
So-
to take our time.
We did. So we rode the
We're not
Rattler.
rushing through.
The funny thing is there was a group of bikers where we were eating.
Mhm.
Angie being Angie, just walks up and starts talking to them, and they're eating and kind of looking at her like, "Why are you talking to us?" They were not like hugely friendly. So here's the best part of this story. At the end of the Rattler, we pull in to the little general store, and they're all there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so when we walk in, we go in, look around, walk out, and they're like,
One,
Good
One of
job.
them says,
yeah, one dude
nice.
opens the door and he goes, "Oh, nice bike," to me. And I was like, "Oh, thank you," you know? And then they all started talking to me. And we all got into the conversation of
by the time it was over, they were all like
clapping for me.
I was trying to take a video of that. They're all like clapping. What? So the Rattler, for those of you that don't know, what was it? How many?
I'll look it up.
200, no, 300.
We're gonna
I'm
look
looking
it
it up. I'm
We'll look
looking
it up to
up.
see how many curves in 24 miles.
24
I know it's 24 miles. So
It's less
there it
than-
is.
290 and 24 miles.
There you go.
290 curves in 24 miles.
And it was beautiful.
Called the Rattler.
It was a beautiful ride.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
Fun.
basically from, because it ends Maggie Valley. Like we went not too much farther and we were into Maggie Valley,
Okay.
right? So that area, if you're wondering where that's at. So it was fun. It was good. It was
nice.
there's town and stuff, you know.
And we didn't get any
houses
rain
and-
that day.
Yeah.
It was hot.
And
But then
Yeah.
when you're riding in the mountains, it's like air conditioning.
the shade,
Like
yeah.
you would just ride into a certain point. You're like, man, somebody turned on the air. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
But it was hot when we were in the town, Hot Springs, parking and all. It was flipping hot.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought it was really cool that we pulled in that gas station and like Desi had earned everybody's respect that this little girl had
Yeah.
ridden the Rattler, pulled in, parked, and then we're telling them about the World Record Poker Run.
and how I'm
and-
gonna go to Sturgis, and then they all
and
started
everybody
clapping.
was just like clapping.
Yep.
So that was
And
really cool.
That group of, what did I say? They were doing 9 mountains, I think, was what they were on. I didn't know if I told you that. So
You
they were
did
going, no, so that was what they were doing, was they were hitting all these different roads and doing all these.
That's
different ones.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, for them to be. Yeah,
Do we
I think
sleep?
they're cool.
Not much,
Very
really.
rarely.
So then we went on into town and stayed the night.
Silva,
Silva.
SYLVA.
We stayed in Silva. Where did we eat in Silva? We ordered takeout. It was some like
Oh,
The Subway right next to the
it
hotel
wasn't a
was
Subway. It
closed.
was Jersey something.
yeah, it was
Almost
no, Philly.
Jersey,
It's like
almost
Philly.
Philly,
steaks.
almost Philly, something like that. Anyway, we ordered food. Because the hotel recommended it. I like the Wolf just south of the Tail of the Dragon, 969 curves and 122 miles.
Ooh.
Not as busy as the Tail.
Yeah. Ooh, that's
So I'm gonna have to grab those maps. We'll just show them. We got these really
Patrick
cool
Moto
maps.
Ramblings showed us this map,
Yes.
and we were mapping all the different rides out.
PA Biker 65 Ultra. What's up, buddy? So next day we got up to do the Dragon.
Right, and it's called the Hellbender. So if you go through Bryson City, which is a cool little town, and it's right there on the water. So that's where the Hellbender starts, with the curves and stuff that go to 129 through Fontana Dam. So that's its
So we rode
own
that.
little
That was
ride
fun.
itself.
That was the warm up.
that was the
warm
one.
up.
Yeah.
We rode that. We rode up to Deal's Gap, the Tail. Then we stopped and had lunch.
Mhm.
Their food is good there. I really like it. And then you guys have to watch the video because we have badgerized Deal's Gap. We're a
Yeah.
little bit everywhere.
Look for our stickers. It's a game.
Yes. See if you can find the badgers at Deal's Gap. John Price, been riding the Pan America all day.
No.
Yeah, John, while he's riding to where'd we go? Virginia.
Virginia.
He's making deals. So he bought a
Wheeling
Pan
and
America
dealing.
while he was on the trip with us. So that's super cool. I'm so happy for you, buddy. How'd you like it? Was it fun?
Yeah. Are you taking on the world record program?
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know yet. Yeah, so we
Hit to the tail, Deal's Gap. Food
Yep,
there
we
was
ate.
good.
Yeah.
Try to
And
get back on
then
track.
and then we'll explain that. I'll explain a little bit of this. So we start to take off on the tail, and about maybe a mile up the road, what's the sign say?
Oh, Tennessee.
Welcome to Tennessee. So,
What is it called?
The Devil State.
so Desi is not a Tennessee fan. So for those of
John
you
knows
that,
why.
Right. So those of you guys that that haven't heard already, when we were coming through Tennessee, the only incident we had the whole ride was Desi dropped her bike. It was
Tell him
on,
why.
It was on like
We
a
were
huge
on
hill.
a freaking hill curve thingy. It was the deepest hill curve that I've been on ever. I live in Florida, for crying out loud. And it was like this. It was quite literally like
we were
this.
coming up to the stoplight.
And we were stopping.
So we just got off the huge
Highway, merging on the highway and then getting off the highway, like
all that
traffic and everything. So we get up there and I'm stopping and I try to like position myself in a way that I know that I'll be able to keep the bike up because didn't know how to react.
So guys, this is like important. These are the things they don't teach you in your writing class.
Yeah, like John
Right?
said.
They can't duplicate this. There's no
How do you
training for
stop
this.
when you're
right.
on a slant that's
Yeah.
Right.
trying to position your feet? Well, when you're short like she is and your feet touch the ground pretty good.
They
when
touch
you're
the
on
ground
bike.
on flat ground, yeah.
But when you're at an angle, yeah, you're to get your foot. I mean, literally.
Well, and then you got extra weight, right? Because when your bike leans over on a hill, the weight multiplies.
Mhm.
It's not like a normal
Yeah.
flat level.
So she did great because
she bailed.
John said, and John and I are watching this, is she bailed. So as soon as she figured out, like, my foot's not going, the bike, the
I was
weight
like,
and
oh,
everything,
crap.
she didn't
Jumped.
get caught up underneath it and visited the curb.
And the curb was far away from me. I literally like once the bike was going down and I like tried to catch it and realized there's no way I was catching it. I like kind of hopped over the bike. So in the process of hopping over the bike, it was such a deep like downhill
her down.
that I started like traveling down.
Yeah. And so we got the souvenir.
Yep.
It was a
The-
little piece
We
of
got the
my
little piece
brake
of
handle.
her brake
left
lever.
side.
And then, you know, I'd already started a turn, so I stopped right there, ran over, we picked up the bike. Everything was fine.
Just gets
Desi
your
was
head.
pissed off,
She's
Yeah.
pissed for a
but
bit.
everything was fine.
So, but
So the whole reason that I've jumped forward to this is one of the reasons that she doesn't like Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's the way.
the second reason she doesn't like Tennessee is we rode the Tail of the Dragon, and at about mile 10?
And 9, 10, I
Okay.
don't know. Probably, I think you're right. I think it was 8.
I think it was like mile 8.
8, yeah.
Desi says,
Well, I wasn't going to say anything actually at all. Like, I was like, oh, it's fine. Like, nothing new. I was like, but it doesn't make sense. I'm not freaking out. I don't have anxiety. I don't, like, I've been doing fine. We're at mile 8. Like, what's up or wrong? It felt like I was having a heart attack. Then I was like, well, maybe something, like, stung me or something. But then it started to throb. So I, like, physically was like, yeah, something's wrong. Like, and I started rubbing the area that was hurting me because it was in between my rib cage, like near my heart area in a way. And so I was like rubbing it. I'm like, yeah, we need to pull over, like trying to figure it out. So we get past the Tail of the Dragon, mile 11, and there's
Towards
a
the
little
very
like,
end.
Yeah.
pull off area. And we pulled off, and I of course have the full face on, so I can't see, I can't tell. I lifted up my shirt, and they go, oh, you did get stung.
she had a sting right in the center of her chest.
Yeah.
I got video.
Yes.
She
So
did.
I like
Dang.
jump off the bike, right? I shut off my camera. I jump off the bike. I'm checking on Desi, and Angie's like got her camera, and she's the whole time, right? She's videoing it. There's probably some stuff we're gonna have to blur off.
Yeah, because I'm
Desi's,
lifting up my
got her
shirt.
off. So might be some mild porn in that video.
I'm
But
of age
anyway,
at least.
um,
Right.
Yeah, Angie's just not stopping. She's just recording away.
She
Going
physically
to
has
town.
to take her phone off, unplug it, and video it.
Quick.
So the funny part of that is we had calamine lotion with us and Benadryl.
Just happened
so
to have freaking
we
what are
popped
the chances?
those, and
spring calamine under.
and then we're like looking around, and then on the seat is
Yeah, I stood up
The
because
bee.
there's a
She
bee.
jumped up, yeah.
yeah. So we found the bee.
It's
bee,
dead.
The bee died, so Desi won. I keep telling her, Desi won, bee dies.
She cut the cut the head off the snake.
She chopped the head off the snake
Yeah.
and slayed
Slayed
the
the
dragon.
dragon and
Stung
got
the
stung by a bee. Oh, and
In Tennessee.
Back.
She got stung by a bee in
There
Tennessee.
you go.
You got to get that right. So anyway, we went down. We went to the Harley dealership, got some shirts and a poker chip.
Yeah.
And then turned around and guess what we did?
Rode the tail back.
We rode the tail twice. So she rode the tail twice in one day,
Yep.
up and back. The main reason we did that is because, yes, yay, Angie video everything. Yes, she does.
Isn't that what we do?
So anyway, so we rode the tail up and back. Then we took 129 out of there. But guys, that was a lot. So we did not make our destination. I had a goal that we ended up being about 3 hours short of.
Yeah.
So we stayed the night. I don't even remember where we were.
Well, we
Oh.
headed to one
Someplace.
place trying to find a hotel. We backtracked.
We backtracked like 30 miles. So that cost us 60 miles. And then our final day was a 600-mile day. That was coming into Florida. So at one
All
point,
back roads again.
I posted 9 Mills on 2. I dropped my V-Rub on video.
I'm alone.
So at one point, I posted a picture. It was 92 degrees, and it felt like 103 degrees. And then we were racing the rain. So I basically got us home dry through Florida.
Yes.
And you, like,
3
I
o'clock
took
time frame
pictures.
too.
I took pictures, like we would go past the spot and then it was just like pouring at that spot.
Yeah.
At one point we could look backwards and see it just pouring behind us.
Oh yeah.
And I just got us past that. So
yeah.
I was a little demanding with the girls, like, we got to go. Come on.
Even when a wasp hit me.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So we're not done. We're not done with this story. So Desi,
About that.
all of a sudden I hear her going, oh no, Angie's like waving me down in the back. So
Luckily, it was on the freaking.
So we have a
console.
sign.
Yeah, we
If
were
you
on the
put
call.
3 fingers out, there. If you put 3 fingers out, that means to mesh. So we can talk to each other, right? Because we don't leave it on all the time. Because I don't want to hear them all the time.
Nope.
I want to hear the music. So anyway, Angie waved me 3 fingers, turned it on. Desi was.
Whoa! I gotta explain what's going on before
Okay.
while you are vibing to your music.
Yes.
So I felt something hit me, and I was like, "What the heck?" But then I felt it like crawling in between my legs near my crotch, and I reached down and I feel what it is, and it was fuzzy, and I was like, "Oh no, it's a bee! I bet." So
How
then
did
I was
this
like-
go from normal to triple X? I mean, how's this happen? Here we go with mild porn again, guys. I'm sorry.
I was talking with my mom. I'm like, Mom, I'm sitting here pulling my pants away from my skin. So I have one hand off and I'm holding on to the throttle. And she's like, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, I think we should pull over. She's like, do you want me to get your dad? I was like, yeah. And she's like, why don't you signal your dad? I'm like, I'm holding my pants away from me.
So she's holding her crotch while her mom waves me down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then we finally get pulled over, and I'm trying to get myself situated without putting my full leg down because it was in between my legs at the time. And Dad's screaming, "Kickstand, kickstand, kickstand!" I'm like, I'm trying. I was just trying to get.
That's
it to
her
shut
answer to
off.
everything. I'm trying. So yes. So when she gets off, the crotch wasp falls to the ground. And she's over there stomping on it like 4 times. And she's like, it's not dying. And I'm like, we've got to go. And she's still over there stomping on it.
Like,
It's
we
not
gotta
dying.
go.
I'm like, dude, it's hurt. It ain't going to catch you. Let's go. Because there's rain coming and we need to boogie. So,
And it ended up having a
If
red.
anyone could tell me, yeah, it had a red back end.
had a red ass.
And it liked crotches.
So we need to know what wasps have red asses and like crotches. New name, crotch wasp. Hashtag crotch wasp. So my brother was riding in shorts. A wasp flew up his shorts and stung his giblets. Another great reason not to ride in shorts.
Oh.
So that happened on the way home, and then we got home at like 9 o'clock last night. So yesterday was a
with no
obscenely
dinner, which
long
thank God we
night.
didn't. Thank God we did not stop.
So
for
we
dinner.
did stop in. Was it Ocala?
Yes.
Yes.
We stopped in Ocala and got our last gas stop. And Angie's like, I don't know whether we should eat now and then ride home or whether we should ride home and eat. And I'm like, you know what? Let's ride home. We'll go get in the truck. We'll go pick up some food. We'll eat at the house. We can relax. And so everybody agreed.
And I was wrong. That was Lakeland, but
It was
okay,
Lakeland, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, we get home. We get in the truck. We go get food. We come back. And on our way back from food, it downpours.
oh, it poured.
I mean, it poured where I couldn't see in the truck,
Yeah.
let alone if we would have been in the bike. So if we would have stopped and then it kept raining. It's not like it just downpoured and stopped.
Nope.
It kept raining for like an hour.
Yeah.
So we would have been completely just drenched in rain had we waited.
Yeah.
So it worked out great. We got home
Worked out
dry,
awesome.
safe. Desi knocked out almost 2,200 miles.
And did a over 600-mile day.
And did a day that was 600 miles.
With a lot
So,
of-
I mean, if anybody was doubting whether she was ready for the world record poker run, I'm confident.
I'm confident she's
she
good.
did two
I think she's gonna-
500-mile days. She rode the back of the dragon, the tail of the dragon, the Rattler, and a 600-mile day and 100-degree heat and rain.
And I also survived the bee sting in the midst of riding the tail of the dragon.
She got stung by a bee while riding the tail of the dragon. How many people have that bragging right?
I know,
mean,
right?
I mean, that's you
The
should
first
get like
time
a
she
pass.
did
Most
been
people
stung.
wreck on that, and I'm sitting here like, I just got stung by a bee. It's okay.
I think I'm having a heart attack.
Keep the throttle on. We ride. So anyway,
So that was it.
that was it.
It was eventful.
7 days.
That
Full
was
seven.
7 days and 37 minutes. Look at us go.
Yeah.
Guys, watch for the videos. So we do have videos of the Rattler, the whole thing. We have both going both directions on the tail. And I don't know what we have.
Meeting all of you all.
But we have, and we have lots of video from meeting
That was
everybody.
awesome.
So
Yep.
I'm impressed. The most I've done in one shot on my night rod is 350, and I had monkey butt. See?
Oh, yeah.
She has crotch wasp. Monkey butt, meet crotch wasp. So anyway, what are you doing?
I was just gonna stop this little banner thing.
Anyway, so that was our 7 days. It was a great time. And what you think? Des, kind of give a wrap up.
Yep. Synopsis.
This was your first like five or six states?
6.
Yeah.
6.
Florida,
Florida, Georgia,
Tennessee,
Tennessee,
North Carolina.
Virginia,
Virginia,
North Carolina. 5.
Yeah, 5 states.
5 states.
Because they didn't go through South.
Yep.
You should have done the Tennessee Snake 421.
I don't like Tennessee.
Desi's out if it's Tennessee.
I'm joking.
The devil state.
So we've got so many more we want to ride. I'm gonna grab that map so I can show you.
All right.
Oh yes.
And what was your? Because you had your things that you were saying that constantly. So it was F in Tennessee. I'm pretty sure.
No. It was Devil Tennessee and effing neutral. Because neutral
You
likes
guys
to
know how
come
it is.
in the midst of switching from first gear to second gear, but it won't do it when you're stopping.
Yeah.
Only when you're gonna go.
That happens to all of us.
So you hear me go effing neutral.
F and neutral. That's all you heard through the comms. F and neutral. So he's showing you guys what Patrick had picked up, and they were free at the different locations.
There, can you see that,
That's a
guys?
whole map full
It
of
literally
winding.
has all of the routes, all marked, what they're named, everything about them. there is a couple of these, and I highly recommend.
Is that the one I highlighted too?
No, that's the other. This is the other one.
So I took and highlighted the route too, so that she has it as for memories to know what she took, what route she took. But that's a pretty cool map to see the different routes. So truthfully, if you look at it, you did a bunch of other rides too. Maybe not the whole ride, but you did portions of them as we went down the states. So good.
Anyway, it was super cool. We had a great time. Can't wait to do the World Record Poker Run. So we were all in Virginia this weekend. It got caught in the rain all weekend. Yeah. It rained and rained and rained and rained.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, so Diamondback, is that the name of the wasp?
Ooh.
Or is that the name of a road? Is that the name of your bike?
We'll call that was the Diamondback.
Yes.
You got it.
We got crotch wasp. The wasp. So yeah, we
That was in Florida when I got hit by that.
we could have. Guys, we could have come home faster yesterday if we hit the highways. But
That's no fun.
it really isn't.
Plus more practice. Although the World Record Poker Run will have
Highways
in it. But what do you prefer, highways or back roads?
Back roads, 100%.
Well, I've ridden for years, and I prefer back roads.
We're a back roads kind of family.
Backwards or back roads? Love it, guys. I live across the state and have friends over there, so the next time I'm over there, I'll be looking you. ride with
Yes, please.
Let us know.
Oh, it's a loop.
It's a loop.
Ah.
Awesome. Diamondback is ride down in that area.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Well, I took them on the Gatorback yesterday. So we got into Florida in this little town, and there's this like little back road that there was lots of trucks and stuff on, and it wasn't wide enough for two cars.
Nope.
So we're like a motorcycle and a truck and trailer, and there's just barely enough room, and it was all windy. I'm like, look, curves in Florida.
There are curves in Florida.
And then covered in
farther
sand.
down south too, because if
Yeah,
you
we
go
went
up
down
North
there.
Florida, there's some
You go to
hills
the
and
border.
curves,
The border. There's some curves.
Yeah.
Jerry said it's better than the tail. Diamondback is around down in that area and better than the tail. So this was
Is that on
Angie's.
that map?
This was Angie's third time riding the tail, and she's like, it just wasn't a big thing this time. So we talk about this in the video, guys. They're all just roads.
Yeah.
You ride your ride, so it's the scenery, right? And what's all around you that, for me, makes the road now. It's not necessarily the road. So there are tons of just great areas to ride all through that area, and go enjoy it. I want to go.
For those that said, "Oh my gosh, you did that! I can't believe you did that." Were you scared? No.
So
It was-
yes, we did a video with her. She was nervous.
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
We stopped and ate, and we're like, so how you feel? And she's like, well, I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And
Well, when you see people like every time you go up that hill, the hill from the Deals Gap, you'll hear them like woo, take off up the hill. Like everyone does it for some reason. I don't know why. And you see like 60,000 other bikes there, and they're all gonna go to. It's a little nerve
Or the
wracking.
RV we saw pulling.
60,000 bikes.
I'm a
Where the
little
hell were you?
exaggerative, okay?
Okay. I'm like, holy
There
crap.
was not that many
I
people
missed
there.
But then you see an RV pulling a car.
A trailer, yeah.
Yeah, which the
With a
car
car.
wasn't even like on like a trailer or anything. It was just, like
Hmm.
on the ground, back end on the ground and everything, which makes it a little bit scarier because a little harder to
I saw
control.
that going there.
And then when you guys go get your pictures taken at the tail with the dragon out in front of Deals Gap, if you'll just look up, you'll see us.
Yeah.
A funny thing is I went to #TailTheDragon tonight on Instagram, and I already found a picture with our logos and all in it. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, so like I said, we've got videos of that all coming out for you guys. We just
Good luck to your wife, by the way.
Yeah.
I just saw that. Sorry.
I'm gonna get her license this weekend. Yay! Another
Well, that's
bike and
awesome.
chick on the road.
Tell her it's definitely better after you get the license. While getting the license, it might seem like a lot, but afterwards, it's all worth it in the end.
Words of wisdom from an 18-year-old.
Considering I did not want to ride after I got my license, just know it
She
gets better.
didn't, and I did not. I didn't push it. We didn't push it. We did just like, okay, when she's ready, she'll ask. Otherwise, So, yeah, it was a great trip, guys, and we just wanted to kind of give you guys an update. Like I said, we've done a lot of stuff on Facebook, but YouTube kind of got ignored. So we thought, what the hey,
Yeah.
we
I'm
would
here tonight.
jump on here and say hi to everybody. So
Let's
we've
talk
been on
about
here for
VAMM.
like 45 minutes. So we probably been on here long enough.
Talked your ears
Yeah.
off a little bit too much.
We want to thank you guys. We want to thank you guys all for following us, watching us, sharing our stuff. Mr.
Support for
G.O.D. just
her.
said, hey,
Yes, thank
guys,
you for
I mean,
supporting
everybody's been
me.
cheering her on as she, as she learns. So we appreciate that. It was like we pulled into Tazewell and she had, all these people that knew about her and were rooting for her. And some of them were like, I'm a proud aunt in wind road therapy.
Yeah.
And, it's like they've adopted Baby Badger as their own.
And what did
So-
you say when we got home and you were on social media?
What do you mean?
You're like, I know these people.
Oh
now."
yeah, I see all these people's names because I was doing some like Facebook stuff for them, and so they wrote down like the usernames in my book of to do stuff. And of course, when they wrote them down, I'm like, sure, like going through doing all the things. I had no clue who they were at all, but now I'm like, oh, I know that person.
So
Absolutely.
it's cool. Us too. We've actually got to meet people.
Absolutely. So, guys, watch for the videos coming out here in the next couple weeks. We can't wait to share it with you. And thanks
Our
so
next
much.
one will be OCC. the
Yeah,
Orange
so
County
we did a
Chambers.
behind the scenes at OCC probably 3 weeks ago.
Has it been that
I
long?
think so.
I think
Wow.
so.
So like 3 weeks ago, we did a behind the scenes with a
David, who's the VP there for the new restaurant. The
took
Orange
us.
County
They weren't
Chambers
open yet,
restaurant.
so he took us all back through. We got to see everything before it opened.
Behind the scenes.
Lots of video for that, so that was really cool. So we'll have that one out
Yep.
Sunday,
That's the plan.
and
Should
then
come out on Sunday.
Yeah, and then we'll start doing our VAMM stuff.
Videos for you guys to see the 7-day trip.
This is her second time. She crashed the first time. I'm sure she's got it. Everyone does. I still did it. Even after like maybe almost 1,000 miles, I still dumped my bike.
Well, this is his wife.
Yeah.
She dumped
So.
my bike.
I know, because his wife is getting the license.
My bike, she dumped.
Then you've dumped his bike. That was kind of funny.
I haven't done my bike.
Yeah, she dropped my bike. Angie drops no
With
bike.
you on the back.
My bike.
With me on the back,
Both
yeah.
of them dropped my bike.
I tried to catch it. She just didn't want to
Mr.
catch
G,
it.
Mr. G, 1965 is in the
Hey! Thank
There's
you
the guy.
for.
Thank you so much for VAMM21. We had an absolute blast, and you did a great job,
Awesome job.
putting it
Thank you.
on. And thanks for hosting us all and showing us around your area. That
Yep.
was fantastic.
It was.
Guys, if they
Appreciate
do it again next year, wink, wink, go check it out. If you pick a different weekend where it's not raining the whole
Rainy.
weekend,
The carnival, something about a carnival
Right.
being in, and it rains every time the carnival. That's what the locals kept telling us. Started reading.
you both or
Very.
be very hardy
You're
yourself.
so
You're very awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. We know. Yes.
Raised a pretty good one.
I raised
We just got
myself.
lucky. We got lucky that she wants to do this and
We
be
got
part of
lucky she
this,
takes
so.
after her dad.
Mhm.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
you might hear in the video they fought over me like 50 times. Oh, she takes
That
after
is
me.
girl.
No, she takes after me. She
She
takes after me. And then she takes after me. Like back and forth while I'm in the middle of them over the intercoms.
Mr. G, you're more than welcome. I'm going to get a farmer's almanac. It will let me know when it's going to rain.
I
Perfect.
know because
Awesome.
he is a magician when it comes to the weather, like he was talking about in this video
He
about
can-
dodging. We can in Florida, he's got it, but It took him.
The radar does not work in the mountains. I'm like,
Yes.
there's no rain. And then it starts pouring. And then I'm like, oh, there should be rain on top of this and the sun's out. I'm like, what the heck? So I can't read.
Nope.
I'm using the same app I use in Florida. And in Florida, I can literally like drive us down one street while it's raining on the other street. But
Yeah.
not in Virginia.
Nope.
I did it in North Carolina too. I'm like, it's going to rain.
You did.
And we need to do this.
Well, anytime we've traveled, it's just Virginia that you've.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I can usually, if we're going to get
No.
here rain, I can be like, it's going to be like a quick shower. It'll be like 5 miles. And I'm pretty good at, or we're just going to catch the corner of it. But
No.
nope, not at all. I posted one morning, Saturday morning. I'm like, it's going to be a beautiful day. And it rained till like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
I was right in the end. It ended up being a beautiful day.
Yeah.
But yeah, craziness.
Right. Those are so I know. Oh.
Ah,
That's cool. Look,
Yeah.
Mike.
we do. We wish we could have ridden with the Ozarks when we were in there, but we had lunch with the Ozarks.
Yes. Yes, we did. And he's got a buddy that's coming or somebody that's coming on the World Record Poker
He
ride with
does.
us
He
too.
does. And then we got to meet Firecracker.
Yes.
So that was fun. We put those videos out, didn't we? I can't even remember what videos we put out and what we haven't. I got like
we have.
videos for
Because
days.
yes, we did. Yeah.
And then we were trying out the new comm system this weekend. So
Mesh.
we learned how to do the mesh. And
I know.
so we're trying to get that all worked out. It sounded pretty good most of the time. So hopefully the videos turn out good. We shall see.
I know they say it's for lovers. I believe it's more. So well, and I caught on about the whole lovers thing. I'm like, what is with the love thing and the lovers? And they're both telling me, they're like, did you not see on
Literally
the sign for
that goes
this day?
into Virginia,
I
it
was
says
like, no,
Virginia is for lovers.
I missed it.
We literally mentioned it as soon as we saw the thing.
Oh, shush.
Me and him go,
But
oh, it's the
sometimes
state
I
for
can't hear
lovers.
you guys.
And she goes, oh yeah, that's awesome. And then like 6 times later when we see 6 other signs, she goes, oh my gosh, they have a lot of love signs.
Okay.
Oh, 87 Ricer is from Herman, Missouri. I was born and raised in the Springfield, Missouri area. So we are.
So was I.
Miller.
You were.
Oh, yeah.
We weren't raised there.
You're born.
I was
You were born
raised.
there.
I was half raised. Half raised there.
Half raised. with
I
the
still
crutches.
remember it.
So yes, she was born in Missouri.
Yes.
Yes.
She's born in California.
Springfield, Missouri, at the Cox Health.
Yes, the Cox Health.
Yes, both kids were at Cox Health.
Yeah.
I remember.
All right. Well,
Anyway, let's get off here. Nobody cares about that.
good night, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. Thanks for all your support. It's awesome to meet a lot of you guys. And
Remember, guys,
hit
it's
that
not
like
about the
button,
destination.
share. It's all about the ride, right?
She was hatched.
She was hatched.
Did you lay an egg, Mama?
Yes.
It was Doug. It's
Doug,
Doug.
yeah.
Is that keep up, Bob?
Keep our bomb in the house.
We talked about you have to hit the rewind button.
Greg said we will be riding 737 miles in one day from North Alabama, coming to the Poker Run. Awesome.
That's a trip
Yeah.
in one day.
Just bought my wife a 2021 Indian Scout Bob, or 60. Awesome.
That's awesome.
87 Ricer. Check mine out.
We will.
We will too.
That sounds dirty. Check mine out.
We will turn around and sub for
Yes.
sure.
We'll check it out.
Thank you. And go on to
Bikers.
supportbikers.com as a motovlogger and make sure you put your
Free
information
listing
in
on
there.
so people
Yeah.
can find you.
Yes. Because that's what I've been told. Everybody likes the website because now it's hard on YouTube to try to find the different motovloggers. Now you've got one central location where
Just
you
go
can
in, look under
click
motovloggers.
and you can find
and
motovloggers
you can find
and
them for days.
there they are. And they're in a different state, so you can see which one.
All right, Mr. G with a thumbs up.
He's like,
Yeah.
we're
Thanks,
done.
guys.
Out of here.
I find it funny that it took us 37 minutes to explain the 7 days, but it takes us 30 minutes to end alive.
All right, guys. Merry Christmas.
Good night.